All right, so this is our third and final lesson for today. So where we started off, our standard we're working on is multiplying fractions and multiplying mixed numbers. And we were using a method called the butterfly method so that we could produce something before, and then it makes our multiplication so much easier. So you guys did a little bit of practice. If you need additional practice, you're going to work on the homework problems. Then we worked on mixed numbers. And if you need a little additional practice with that, then you're going to also work on the homework. And we said the main thing with mixed numbers is that you turn them into improper fractions. And then when you simplify, you're going to have to use division. And if you need to write these out as a little anchor chart, man, just like we do, I'm going to use this one. Whenever I need my steps, I'm going to come right back and look at these to help me out. All right, and so our last thing that we're working on, if you need more practice, here is your homework. Our last one that we're going to work on for today, for April 8th, is word problems, because I know from experience that most of the problems on your test at the end of the year, and I know you may not take it this year, but it'll be the same types of problems next year, are word problems. They're not just going to give you a fraction multiplication problem. It's going to be a word problem. And you won't know if it's addition or subtraction or division or multiplication. So we have to make sure that we have these word problems under our belt. So here we go. We're going to do 1 and 2, and then you just have 4 problems to practice. Now I know today was a pretty heavy day, but you have, tomorrow is a much lighter day. So you can, remember, spread things out however you want, whatever works for you. So here we go. Solve the word problems using any strategy. Create a model that represents the problem and show your work. And I am going to ask that you use some sort of a picture or model. All right, for one of the science experiments, students need 10.5 liters of water. There are 7 groups doing the same experiment. How much water did they need for all the groups? Now, our key here to help you know is you have 7 groups of 10.5. So you can actually think of it like you had 7 cups and they each had 10.5 in them. You could fill each one in, right? So just imagine it in your head. And whenever we're doing groups of, or skip counting, that's our multiplication. All right, so we're going to turn this in. This is a whole number. How do I turn a whole number into fractions? Man, this is back from like 3 weeks ago, multiplying with whole numbers. All right, we put it over 1. I have 7 groups of a whole. Now we're going to turn this into an improper fraction. 2 times 10 is 20, plus 1 is 21 halves. All right, now I have a little bit of multiplication to do. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 147. 1 times 2 is 2. Now, how do I turn this? What do we call this again? The numerator's bigger on top. What do we call that? Yeah, an improper fraction. Okay, so how do I turn this back in? I don't want to do groups of 2 over 2 because that would take me forever. 2 over 2 plus 2 over 2 plus 2 over 2. So what are we going to use? Remember, a fraction is just what type of a problem in disguise? Yeah, a division problem. 2 can't go into 1. 2 into 14 can go 7 groups. Bring down. You just divide, multiply, subtract. Bring down. All right, 2 goes into 7 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. I have a remainder of 1. And so how do I write remainders as a fraction? Yep. So 73 and a half. And what's my unit? What am I counting in? Liters. Every word problem needs a word. All right, last one, and then you're going to do the last three on your own. And my model was really quick. It's okay just to do something just to help me see that you understand what the problem is asking. Before each rainstorm, Ozzy put out rain gauges to measure how many inches of rain fell. After 6 storms, Ozzy had collected 4.5 inches of rain. After each, of the 6 storms, he had collected 4.5 inches of rain. So we have 6 groups of 4.5. Or if we thought of it like a little rain gauge, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. All right, so our first step is to turn this mixed number into an improper fraction. 2 times 4 is plus 1 is over 2. And then don't forget your whole number. 6 wholes. All right, I see a butterfly. These are both even. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 3 times 9 is 27. 1 times 1 is 1. And 27 wholes is the same as 27. Now what was I counting? Inches. All right, so I'm going to pause here, but I'm going to go back to our assignment so you guys can see where we're at. I'm having a hard time finding it. All right, so at this point, you should have taken your really quick Edulastic assessment from our work the last 3 weeks and reviewed any skills you needed to review to prepare you for the work that we've been doing the last couple of days on Khan Academy, working at your own pace. You are working on your ERQ questions, maybe 1 or 2 every day. They're not due until the 29th. You have tons of time to work on them. Just do 1 or 2 a day. You've maybe gone to Splash Learn to play some games. You've worked on multiplying fractions, and you've done the homework if you need a little bit of extra help. You've worked on multiplying mixed numbers, and you've worked on the homework if you need a little extra practice. And you've completed the 4 multiplying mixed numbers word problem sheets. And that's where you should be today. And we're going to wrap up our learning this week with multiplying fractions as scaling. All right, so I'm going to pause the tape here. You guys have been doing amazing for this Wednesday, April 8th. And I know that you're going to keep working hard and keep doing your best work. And you know that you can call me if you need anything at all. All right, have a great rest of your day.